fishing. We got the fudgesicle in the back. She is not pet friendly. She's basically a rescue. And then we have Drake, or other words, Dark Dart, here. So once we get done with this video, we'll actually get them fed and watered with some new bedding material. Over here we've got a lot of different crops growing on. We have basil over here. And this is all cucumbers and melons, or excuse me, cucumbers and pumpkins. And we have arrowroot and ginger. And we have goldenrod that I've let over here. We've got goldenrod. And that's basically to help with the winter feeding for the bees. I'm just gonna let that go. It produces a very beautiful yellow flower. All right, and here is the pippin of taxpan squash. And that's just growing all the way down this way. And we have more of the crystal apple cucumbers. We've got some castor oil. This is the little one. And we have some kale, some dino kale from last season that's still growing. There's another one else that's actually going to flower. So this one looks like the this one's the giant red, I believe. And we have some okra. This was the Louisiana 16-inch long pod. And it looks like it's going on pretty well. All this grass is just taken off. We've had rain constantly for like 3 weeks to a month now. Here's some arrowroot. Got the giant basil. Let's see how large this kale is here. We have an edible hibiscus. Get past all this grass. And this is quite delicious. Make sure there's no bugs on it. More arrowroot. More past items with cabbage. A rabbit cage. 1, 2. Basil. Oh, we have a crepe myrtle blooming. Had this for 2 years now, and it's just first time blooming. And over here we have the what is it? The Connecticut field pumpkin, and it's just turning as of today. It was green yesterday. And all these pumpkins have just taken over these 3 raised beds here. And we have a tapioca plant. And we have purple yam growing up the trellis. We've got a couple crops that need to be planted out with the new hugel. And it's just taking over things that need to be taken care of, but I can't because I don't want to disturb the plants. And there's a couple trees that need to be planted out. We have sweet almond verbena. We have a white mulberry. We have winged elm, or American elm. This here is the moringa cuttings, and they're actually taking off and regrowing. And this is another mound of dirt here at the front of the property, and I threw cover crop here as well, and, pretty heavily in this spot. So we can see we've got the sun hemp and corn is all growing, and we have a couple more little tiny moringa trees growing from seed. There's another one right there, here, 2 there. So I've got the guavas here that need to be planted out. And hopefully this hill will keep it warmer in the winter so they don't have to die off. This one was planted. It did die off, but it came back, so that's hope. But this is a good spot. And then just a lot of wild things popped up in this. So this area's got a lot of seeds and it just needs the opportunity to break up the soil. Looks like we've got a lot of wild morning glory, or the ivy. That one that spreads on the ground. Some bananas. There's a banana circle. And there's just a couple other trees here. Eventually we'll put some, like another hugel or something in here. We got tea olive. I've heard that smells beautiful in the fall time. Alright, and we're gonna go over here. To the other side. We have the other tea olive. We have a pear, an orange, mulberry, bananas. Those will eventually be understory items. We have the apple mint here that's spreading. Looks great. We have some roses. This grass is just getting out of control. So I'll have to come in here and start pulling some grass. We got more tapioca plant, or cassava. So it looks like I might be able to snap a couple off. And basically all you do is just snap this off and plant it in the ground, rip off all the leaves. But it would probably be better to have something that's a little bit more woody than this green growth here. So it's getting a little woody towards the bottom, which is good. And I've got several of these plants going. So it's a good root crop. We have a native persimmon. We have more lemongrass. We've got a Celeste fig. Bought on clearance, couldn't beat it, $3. Some more elm. And then the peas from last year, I didn't plant any of these. These just came up on their own. And this is already waist high in certain spots. So we have more ginger. That just grew back from last year. This one grew back from last year as well, this moringa. And basically this is about it. This is the main productive areas of the property. The other three are two-thirds of the property or more is over here. And it's just got these 3 large trees off Craigslist for free. And this is just field area. This is where I let the goats roam. You can see they've already taken out this patch of grass here. And it's just wilding. We've got a couple trees planted out here. We've got pine growing on their own. We have a giant mimosa coming up. And then this almost looks like a dead plant, which kind of is. It went to seed, and that's the rattle box, or rattlesnake plant. I think it's called a rattlebox. And that looks like it's a nitrogen fixing. And all this mulch. And then a big pile of bamboo. This mulch pile way back here. And I've pretty much wheeled. So it started right where I'm standing. So I have moved all that mulch, and you can't even tell on the property. Everything's grown over it, or just doesn't seem like a lot. But this eventually, these logs will break down. They're housing insects and animals right now. This will break down and we'll start using those for hugels. So I've got a lot of material. I just need to come out here and get time to spread it out and get things done. Other than that, it's all hot. It's already about 10 o'clock. Actually, it's before 10, and it's about 90 degrees. So this is Mike with Reformation Garden. Over and out.